if you're gonna make me farm again my god roll from old fashioned, it's completely pointless. Why do I have to farm it again because somebody slapped a new logo on it?
Because otherwise, you're not gonna stay invested in Destiny if you're not constantly being fed on a carrot stick. So that's the whole thing. Because here's the thing: what's gonna happen, and I bet you this is gonna happen. It's already happening with like Truth Teller being like the quote unquote new mountaintop. Is we're not gonna get new weapons. We're gonna get weapons that just look a little bit different. They're little new paint jobs that are the same exact weapons as previous. Even if they're not called the same thing, they're gonna be like the new the new X, the brand new Y, and all that stuff. It's just gonna be the same weapon, but just called something slightly different. And you're gonna have to spend 30 hours to grind it again.
Hey Mel, do you wanna keep playing tomorrow? You don't sound good.
I won't have time tomorrow. So let's do it today.
Yep.
No, that was just frustrating.
I mean, we're just sitting in orbit, Kiriko, so.
I thought it was your. Yeah, I thought it was like your back.
No, as long as I don't move, I'm fine. It doesn't hurt as long as I don't move.
Because I mean, work stuff is always work stuff. So if you're frustrated for that, I mean, you can talk about it. But if your back hurt, maybe we can stop.
Oh no, my back's fine now that I'm laying down. Somebody didn't do
tell us
something,
about your
and like
work.
Somebody didn't do something, and I had to explain why they didn't do it, and it was a stupid ass reason, which I agree with. But I don't have time to micromanage everyone, and it's not really my job. But yeah, so now I have to have somebody else do it first thing in the morning.
You have to send those emails like, oh, somebody left.
What?
Somebody's gonna fall. Somebody's gonna crash. Because somebody left.
It's probably me.
I wonder if I did something.
Oh. I'm just in a black screen.
You gotta
Oh.
include in those emails, like, not that you didn't because it was not your work, but that you will do it.
Yep,
if
it's
it
me.
Was your work.
I got quailed.
You got quailed.
Hey Mel, let's wait for Ben.
Oh, of course.
I just noticed this song has some serious Jimi Hendrix wah wah on it.
You mean wub? Like, oh, what was that? So, the old song thing that was used for, like, memes and all that stuff. Or was a meme. Dubstep. The wubs.
No. There is a guitar effect that is called wah wah.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
Jimi Hendrix used it a lot, Frank Zappa used it a lot.
Yeah, I've seen it in my Audacity.
Yeah.
It's like, what effects you gonna put? Noise reduction? Or we're gonna put wah wah. It's just called like wah wah, so.
Yeah. Yeah, wah wah in guitar sounds really good. Especially if you have a pedal to control the
wahs.
The intensity of the intensity of the thing. Frank Zappa is very famous with it because he used to do like very creative stuff. Like it was very close to make the guitar make some sort of word. Some people say he used to make the guitar talk, but it wasn't that all. It wasn't that good.
No, they just ran out. They're just decoration. I wonder if they can kill me. Hold on. No, they can't. Right. I swear, there is one blight in Destiny 1 that will kill you if you jump into it, and it's the one in the Archon, or whatever, in the Winter's Run thing.
I don't know. I can only think that I am very jealous of Mel because she got flawless and I didn't.
Well, you shouldn't have died then.
When I died.
Yeah.
Just don't
Listen,
die.
I mean, is there
I
another
die all
solution?
the damn time. So like,
Yeah, you had us do all the work for you. That's why you didn't die.
Oh, really?
no,
No.
that's make it flawless.
You go again. You think that? Well, I guess. Oh yeah, and apparently there was like, I don't know, there's an article or something about how the tree didn't grow or get any more dark. Which something tells me it might actually stop, because now it's like, if you look at it, to me it looks like perfectly, and of course it's the one thing I don't know. It looks perfectly between light and dark, doesn't it? It looks like halfway or something.
Yeah, the thing is, I think you was the one that made me realize about it.
That was growing the first bunch of weeks.
Yeah, it was getting more metallic.
Okay, what's going on? I got quailed again.
What happened?
No.
I think we all got.
Oh, we got
quailed.
guitared.
Oh, I got guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got guitar
Maybe-
again.
It's that wah
Okay,
wah.
let's try it one more
It's that
time.
wah wah.
No,
One more
seriously,
time.
let's. Oh my god, so many coincidences. Okay, let's talk about something cool.
Wait, okay, what is, we need to
oh
figure out
god,
all
Oh god,
the possible,
you-
like, errors,
you know,
so we can talk about something that's not them. That has no relation.
No. We have to talk about something that we really want to, so it will happen. Like, do you know that in some countries there are hot women made of gold?
I think those are called statues.
Fuck, there's. But I don't have any on my house now, so it didn't work. Damn. Oh, I know. What will you prefer? Waifu, cat girl, or COVID-19 cure?
COVID-19.
I don't.
Results are good, so let's talk about it.
Wait, what did you? I don't know what
Alright.
you said at first.
Waifu, cat girl.
What's that?
Do you know what a waifu is, Mel?
I can't. Nope.
Yeah, that's good. Don't. It's like a, it's a really, anime-like possessive thing, like, oh, they're my waifu, therefore they're, you know, my object, kind of shtick.
Oh.
No. A waifu is your dream wife,
Oh,
and it's a wife.
Kiriko, you got through the wall.
Japanese can't say.
Do not let them keep us from the message of
Okay,
the pyramids.
let's not get guitar again. Let's not get the wall this time, or brick or something like that. A waifu is like your dream wife, and that's it. A waifu is your dream wife, and Japanese say waifu because they can't say like all of the words. They can say wife because it ends with a consonant instead of a vowel, so they say waifu.
Is that where that comes from? It's like the L's and all that. Well, that's because syllables, and that's because of how speaking goes, but...
I think it's because in Japanese you can't have words that end on consonants. Everything always ends on a vowel. So waifu, husbando, I don't know what else. And cattier, well, cattier is self-explanatory.
Okay, this is weird. Oh.
You got a cat girl in your house.
No,
now, like,
my guns don't make
Oh,
sound anymore.
it's another one.
Oh, you're gonna get llamaed.
No, I'm getting actual music, and I'm punching and all that stuff, and that actually still makes sound, but...
I don't have music,
Oh, boy.
but I have weapon sounds.
Mel, what do you have?
All of it. Do-do-do. Die, die, die.
You know, at the very intro quest to this season, where you go in and you get pulled in and there's all those witnesses of Savathun? I wonder if there's an exact amount for the weeks that are supposed to have been in the season. So it's like we're killing one every single week.
Oh,
I wonder.
interesting.
I wouldn't be surprised. Developers on Bungie are known for doing stuff like that. I mean, there's a bunch of puzzles that are only there, and you can only solve them by clearing a key or something like that.
Like the whole binary thing in Roth the Machine.
Yeah, maybe, but I'm thinking more in stuff like there was a puzzle related with
Bastion.
yeah, that one, but there was another one that it was only something that it was there and nobody could solve it for years. What is the name of the linear fusion rifle from Mars?
Sleeper Simulant.
Yeah, the Sleeper Simulant has this like super weird aim, and people never knew why. Eventually, somebody figured out that if you point with that aim to a sign or something like that, then you can get a code to solve something else in another computer on Mars.
Ooh.
And is this new?
I think we did it once before.
Alright.
I think I did last week, so I mean, I guess I could check. Like 2 hours of just looking for things. But I'm not good.
No. You should use your time for like figuring out how to get away from that girl. I mean, you know about nuclear stuff, like people eventually will. Nuclear wife detectors.
That's not how that works. I only know how to kill life.
Make it work, man.
I only know how to take life, not give it.
But you can make it work. You know how like every asshole manager sounds like? Yeah, but you don't have to have problems, you have to offer solutions, you have to make it work.
Well, yeah.
I'm not the right person for your solutions. You need someone from biomedical.
You see, you're only giving problems, you're not giving solutions.
No, you're the one who's giving the problem. I'm giving you the direction to the solution. Just because I know nuclear doesn't mean I know every higher subject, and I don't even know nuclear that well. Like, you don't even start, like... This year's when I start my actual, like, nuclear classes, pretty much. Because you don't start them until your senior year, pretty much.
And that seems something very okay to not talk about. So, this is what I'm saying, dude. This is like every conversation with an asshole manager sounds like yeah, I can't deny that they can do the thing on 5 seconds just because you think I have to.
Oh shit! That was a okay. That's a cursed thrall. that I
Yep,
punched.
that's 75 point. Yeah, remember, you can finish off burst straws and they won't explode.
I'm a titan.
You just punch?
It's like
A
the.
stereotypical.
I just punch on instinct. Yeah.
You're not furthering your people's cause, how dare you?
No. I'm just perpetuating the stereotype.
You're reinforcing the
Wait,
schema.
don't say that. I'm pretty sure that is what we do. You notice that
I mean-
what we do.
But is it what we should do? Is
I mean, you should do what you want. Don't feel like you always have to fight against a stereotype, because then you just create a new stereotype. And then, if I remember correctly from my psychology class, it's just how things work. Stereotypes just like an brain organization mechanic. Ah, yes, let's miss,
I think that that is called that is called a pre-categorical.
I don't remember, it's been 3 years. I remember the word, like, schema, and all that stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Like, schemas of thought. And how your brain wants to tear itself apart if you find something that you don't like, and that's why people get all, like, uppity and aggressive if you say you don't like your favorite video game.
When you don't like a video game, when you don't like wearing masks.
Yeah. Well, I don't think the mask thing. I mean, I'm thinking more like,
it? You should be
Yeah.
uppity.
about wearing masks?
You should be angry at someone that's wearing masks.
Yeah, that.
This is what Mel was trying to say.
I thought you were saying uppity that we
I
have to wear masks.
Cut a bitch. No.
But no.
To be honest, fucking hell, you should wear a mask all the time. It would be better for my social life. Lol.
I want to get like a, like a World War II style gas mask.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh,
This
nice.
word is bound to
Unborn.
creation, but presented here as false.
Oh wow, this is
Something
convenient.
like
She's if you read the lore for this, it basically talks about she's going underneath the whole thing. Oh
I
god.
do sometimes wonder.
Oh.
The choice
I
to
haven't
live
got the lore
again
yet.
was
Come on,
not
give
our
me a
own.
thingy.
I mean, did we ever have a choice to be
Eyes.
born, Eris?
Chill in my hammock.
Let's see.
Unborn.
This is a linguistic oddity, a back channel, a vocal nod, a yes. The darkness implores us to continue on our current path. Apparently, it believes itself to be quite supportive. Curious.
Yep, I missed last week's thing.
This message means contrast in the naturalistic sense, but also implies a judgment. Humanity assigns moral meaning to change, interpreting
this is
it
about
as
the
for
seasons.
better or for worse. Do we think of winter as evil because summer flowers must wither and die?
But anyways, I'm just saying the whole thing with like the video game thing, like either, you have to come to terms that this video game you love isn't the best thing ever because someone out there can point out a flaw, or you just say with the thing that it's the best thing ever and that person is an anomaly that shouldn't exist. So that's, I think, why people always like,
Weird.
hey, you don't like my favorite video game? Well, I don't like you.
Still weird.
Because it's something with like, otherwise you have two perspectives that are in odds of each other. And you're tearing yourself apart, so you have to like... it might be different if you're like, open to multiple perspectives, maybe. Well, no, because you either have to change,
Oopsie.
or you either have to deny one of them, or you have to change based off of them. It's one or the other. You can't just both agree that, hey, this is the best video game ever, it's flawless, and then another person can have a different opinion. That doesn't work. You have to alter
Okay,
it.
by the way, the just a little pause on the conversation. The emblem that we got from Sabaton's song is beautiful. Okay, back to the conversation.
Well, the conversation's
Yeah,
over.
you know,
Well, unless someone else wants to talk.
I was gonna tell you my experience,
Yeah,
but
go ahead.
thanks for that. Just no, I mean you just said it.
He said, "Go ahead."
Yeah. That's what I said.
No, he said that it's over first.
No, I didn't.
Well, because he thought you weren't going to continue the conversation. But if
Well,
you're going to
now-
continue
Well, the conversation's over from my
Oh
end.
my-
Now not with that attitude. Nah, what I was gonna say is that there was a social uprising here in Chile recently, and I felt on that position a lot because a lot of people was it is still like defending middle positions, and I felt that it wasn't the right thing to do because socially things here are not right. Like literally people will get retirement funds even below the minimum cost of monthly housing, and it's awful. Healthcare is awful. Education system is awful. So I kind of support the rioting and stuff like that because for fuck's sake, people is being civilized for 30 years and nothing has changed. But they have to break everything so people will listen to them. And for once, they got actually some voice. People got actually some voice. So
I don't think Gandhi would be very happy with you.
he doesn't have to.
Why? Because he's dead?
No, because Gandhi was a passive nihilist, and that chat is bad even for Nietzsche. So no, dude, he doesn't have to. So I felt that when things doesn't fit up to my schema, I get angry. But when things actually matter, I mean, when people's life it's on a stake, and maybe that is not the base reaction of me, but I really think things should change, and people refusing to allow other people to have better lives, for me it's something that is not acceptable. So I understand what the whole schema thing, and it makes me think that woke people does that shit, and maybe I am a woke person and I don't realize it.
No, woke people. So from what I don't really understand the term. I know Obama used it once, but well, so first thing, I don't really. So, are you suggesting that the only way to get people to change is to hurt them? Because that's what rioting does. It doesn't. At least in my opinion, it doesn't. It hurts the wrong people. Because breaking down, like here in U.S. like a month ago or whatever, we had like people burning our Target, like because of the whole protesting thing with police violence and all that stuff. Like Target didn't do anything. The only thing you're hurting are now people are going to be unemployed because there's no more Target because it got torn apart. That's all you're doing.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying that because it's not about hurting people. It's about.
Well, that's what riots do. Protests are good.
If you poke a dog long enough, the dog is eventually gonna bite you. So it's not a thing that it is the ideal scenario, and it's not a good thing, but it is the last resource that people get. So when you look at the things like only considering that there is destruction and there is damage, um, you are forgetting what are the causes of that, because a lot of things happens that made that the only alternative remaining. People was civilized on some moment and tried to do stuff. People did try to talk about the thing. People did make social movements about the thing. People did try to protest. People did the whole process until it collapsed by itself. So.
But it gives you a scapegoat. It gives the people in power a scapegoat, though. Like, oh, you're not rioting because you want change. You're rioting because you want, like, a Lego set from Target.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't think hurting people is the right way to do it. Because even if the rioting thing, you're still hurting bystanders, no matter what.
I'm not saying it's the right way. I'm saying
it's the natural way, yes.
For analyzing the situation, you have to consider that a kettle is only gonna boil if you don't turn off the fire.
You want to go into the weird science things where that's not the only case?
Okay.
If I throw a kettle into space, it'll boil. So.
Oh, nice. It will boil?
Yeah.
It will not freeze?
No, because there's no pressure in space.
Okay, so space doesn't freeze you?
It depends. Well, first of all, space is really hot. Because there's a fucking sun out there just shooting out solar winds. The reason why it feels cold is because it's almost a perfect vacuum. So, you know, there's only a couple molecules per, like, square meter or whatever. But no, that's why you always see, like, in, like, you know, what would happen if you take off your space helmet? And it's always that your blood would boil out of your eyes. Because there's not pressure. That's why, like, here, if you go, you know, if you cook food like Mel, I don't know what your sea level is, but I'm assuming it's lower than mine. If you boil, like, you know, ramen noodles or whatever, your ramen noodles are always going to be hotter than my ramen noodles. Because my water boils at a lower temperature because I'm at a higher altitude, so there's less air pressure. And you can't make water go above that temperature. That, what is it? Damn it. Well, yeah, boiling, I guess, vaporization level. You can't make a water go above that because then the energy goes into, well, the energy gets absorbed into turning into a gas first. But yeah.
Yeah, but I still don't get the thing about why space is hot.
Well, because there's radiation. There's radiation from the stars. That's why, and radiation is generally hot. Because it's moving, because friction.
Yeah, but you was explaining it with pressure.
Well,
So
no, I'm
what is the
saying
pressure has to do with?
pressure has to do with why liquids will boil in space. Because there's no pressure, then there's nothing keeping it as a liquid. Because, you know, liquid is just a bunch of molecules on that stuff on, like, a sloshy pile or whatever. And because of because of pressure, it'll just, you know, it stays as a liquid. But if there's nothing pushing it down to keep it as liquid, then the atoms will just randomly move. Because, you know, all atoms are vibrating. The only time they won't is when there's 0 degree Kelvin, and I don't think we've seen anything at that point. Except maybe black holes. I don't know. But because there's no pressure, it'll just the molecules will just, like, fall away.
Is this thing that you're talking about right now related with the pressure and velocity equation? Pressure, velocity, and heat equation. No? It's more complex than that?
I mean, it does, but if you have pressure that's... I don't know, I know that it boils in space because there's no pressure. Because then that means that your temperature is... Because, you know, pressure and temperature are related on a graph. And if you have 0 pressure, that means you have 0 temperature required to boil. Because the thing is, boiling doesn't mean it has to be hot. Well, like, you know, literally alcohol boils at room temperature.
Oh.
So it's just it's just when you think boiling, you're gonna think hot water. So, but like nitrogen gas boils at negative 200 degrees Celsius. So.
Yeah, now I understand what you're saying. Boiling is just the transformation of the thing, but the heat, it's related with the pressure here on Earth because we have pressure, but in other places...
I mean, it's still related, but, you know, zero pressure equals zero temperature, or somewhere close to that. So yeah.
I learned something today.
Yep. That's what that was like the whole shtick about my thermodynamics class. That and like a little bit of entropy and like specific heats. Like why water is a good like heat sink and why like metal is not. Like why metal is conductive.
Oh, it's so great that you bring that up. This is the doubt I have. Is metal good for keeping heat or is bad for keeping heat?
It's good for transferring heat. So that's why pots are made out of metal.
Yeah.
Because you transfer the heat from an, you transfer it from like a oven or whatever, from a fire, and you transfer it into the food because metal is a good conductor. Whereas like air is a terrible conductor. That's why it's used for insulation. Like, you know, like panels of glass have like a barrier of air in them. Because air is, you know, in order to transfer heat, you need, generally, unless it's radiative, you need, like, it to physically touch. So you have the molecules of gas, like, hitting... That's why I think cold... that's why space is considered cold. Because I believe the upper atmosphere is, like, fucking, like, 400 degrees Celsius or something. But there's so few atoms over there that it feels cold because there's barely anything touching you. And it's not enough to actually, like, you know, burn you. Because it's only, like, one atom, or one molecule. It depends. Well, most things are bi-atom anyways. I don't know if there's anything that's just a solo atom.
Yeah.
But...
I think you were a little bit deeper than what I can understand right now. Because I just want to focus on the metal thing. Yeah. Because... I have had this discussion with so many people. People keep insisting that metal is good for keeping things hot, and I keep telling that I really don't know because I don't know, because I don't understand which is the coefficient of keep
it's
of heat,
specific
heat maintenance, or
it's specific heat, which is how much thermal energy you need to move something up by 1 degree Celsius.
Yeah, I don't know which one is that value, but I am not sure that I have this discussion with people. Like I am not sure that metal is good for keeping things heat inside. Like by example, if you have a kettle, maybe a kettle will not be the best thing to keep things heat inside because the metal it's good for transferring heat. So
well, that's why your kettle is the bottom of its metal, but like the handle is plastic.
Yeah,
because that keeps the heat away from going to your hand. So it's good for it's good for making things hot, but at the same time, it's gonna reverse and make things, it's like how refrigerators are like super hot, but probably people don't think about that a lot. Like if you stand behind your refrigerator, you're gonna catch on fire almost or something, or it's gonna be very uncomfortable.
Yeah, but that is super different because there are gases around there, and there is a pump moving the gases and a lot of stuff going on right there. Yeah. But the thing is, I want to get back to the kettle thing and the metal thing. So, does metal get cold faster because it is good to transfer heat? Because if you heat a metal and you put it on the air, it should cold faster than other thing because it's transferring the heat to the air, right?
Yes, so it's reversing. Right? Heat goes wherever there's cold. So really cold isn't a thing because heat is physically like actual energy, but cold is just less energy. So cold isn't actually a real thing. It's just a lower amount of thermal energy. So the metal, yeah, you know, it'll make like your drink hot,
You just have to, like,
but then it also reverse the conduction to where, because, you know, your drink, say you're trying to make like a hot bottle of water or something. So the bottle of water is, you know, the water is room temperature, but the stove it's on is hotter, so the heat flows from the stove into the water. So then when you remove that, then the surrounding air is colder than the hot water, so then the hot heat leaves the water and goes in through the metal into the, you know, into the air faster than if it was transferred to like a fully like plastic or like a sealed cup or something. But of course, you know, that'll be slower if you're boiling water than if you're boiling something else. I don't know, specific. I mean, my book used to have like, hey, what's the specific heat of lettuce?
Something more dense.
It's not necessarily dense. It has, I'm sure it has. Do you know the atom model? The little model of like the nucleus and then like everything going around in like circles?
Are you talking about like one specific
No,
atom,
just like if you like, you know, the symbol for like an atom when you're taught in school.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
where it's just like the circle surrounded by little circles. That's complete bupkis. That's totally wrong.
The proton, the neutron, the electron.
Yeah. That only exists for hydrogen.
Come on, man.
If you look at it, there are different
That
rings.
only exists for hydrogen.
Yeah, hydrogen is the only one that looks like that. That it actually has stuff like a circle like that. That's the Bohr model. Actual stuff, it gets fucking weird. You get like donuts of stuff, and also you don't. It's impossible to know where electron is. Almost. This goes to the whole Schrodinger's cat thing, because what you have is electron clouds, which are just like, hey, this is probabilities of like, you know, we're mostly going to have an electron here, but the electron could be on the other side of the universe. Who knows? You know, it's a 1 over infinity chance, but, you know, it could technically happen. So yeah, if you look into it, and it gets like more and more complex. Like, let me see if I can find a thing about electron clouds. Electron cloud.
No, yeah. What I was thinking about the whole conversation regarding temperature that we was having is that. So when you need to heat up something, what you're doing is you're transferring energy into heat.
Well, it's probably already heat.
If you sum up.
I mean, if you have like an electric stove, then yes, you're transferring electrical into heat. But then you're taking that heat to keep that as heat for your bottle, but...
Yeah, but what I'm trying to get is that if you sum up all of the materials in the universe, and you sum up all of the space in the universe, you will realize that the heat, it's gonna be constant.
No, because of entropy. That's why, have you heard of the heat death of the universe? And its cousin, the,
Oh, no, I haven't. I mean, I have heard about it, but I have never read about it.
So, I don't remember exactly. Basically, entropy is the idea that, like, what's the classic model is, say you have a salt and pepper shaker, right? And you, pour them out on like a table or something. Like a little tub or something. So what you have then is a pile of salt and a pile of pepper next to each other. Then if you shake that up, then you know how it gets all mixed. So you have like, you know, salt next to pepper, like all that, like the white and black dots and all that stuff, right? So theoretically, you could technically shake it, and eventually it should turn back into the two piles, right? Where the salt is just, you know, in a pile of salt and a pile of pepper. But if you do that, that's not going to happen.
With enough shakes?
That doesn't happen because of entropy. Because that's a more ordered state. So entropy is basically going from order to disorder, is the whole idea.
Yeah.
So it's also a thing like if you drop a wine glass, technically if you reverse everything, shouldn't the wine glass come back together? But it's not, because a broken glass has more entropy in it than a unbroken glass.
Yeah. Okay. So you can get like the constant of the heat if you sum up all of the materials available in the universe.
Well, yeah, but you
And all
mean
of the
so not
places in the
heat?
universe,
You'd be
but
more.
could you
You'd
get
be better to do energy.
Yeah, but could you eventually like calculate like the maximum temperature of the universe?
You could calculate
by
how much energy
calculating,
was in the
like,
Big
all of the
Bang.
materials. But can you calculate like all of the energy of the
Yes, but by
universe
the
if you
time you're
sum up
done,
all
it's
of the
gonna be
materials
less.
of the universe?
By the time you're done calculating that, it's going to take so much time, there's going to be less energy. And remember, mass is also energy because of EMC squared.
I gotta think about that.
Because that's how nuclear does. I
Alright.
always like to think that I'm like an alchemist, you know?
Mhm.
Because we're changing stuff from different...
Okay, why?
Well, because with nuclear, you're changing things from like... You know, you're changing uranium into like lead, eventually. Or it does so by itself, but... So you're literally...
Yeah, I can never understand that thing about I can never understand that thing about nuclear reactions, because everything is every molecule is decaying. The thing is that everything is decaying super slowly. So if one atom of hydrogen takes like 1,000 years on transforming
it's
into
more
something
than that.
lesser quote unquote. Yeah, so. I don't understand how radioactive stuff lose radioactiveness so fast that they actually hurtful and they actually like spending energy, like irradiate.
Because they don't like existing. They just straight up don't like being. Is Mel still in here?
Nihilistic material. I don't
No.
know. I think we bought
Yeah.
her to sleep.
Yeah.
So you sent me a model.
Yeah,
This
that's
is a
how the
model of
electrons look.
What?
The electron cloud, so that's how the electrons are actually organized.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah. So if you see on the left, so the way that the more or less how the periodic tables organized, you can like cut those up into different like subgroups. So like I don't remember the exact word for it, but it's for each different like cloud, and I believe all those clouds stack on each other, I think. So let me go back to it. So the side thing is basically saying like, oh boy. Yeah, shells.
Alright, I'm going. I gotta get some more work done before bed.
Shells, they're called
I'm glad
electron
we
shells.
didn't bore you that.
You did not. I'm still alive. I also was taking care of some stuff, so.
Yeah, I was just
Alright.
kidding, because our conversation was very interesting. Bye, Mel. Okay, man.
Bye, guys.
I have to leave as well.
Yep.
I really don't want to. I really want to like
Well, it's
stay
not like we're gonna be
really
gone
late
forever,
talking with
right?
you while drinking. Dude, I wanna stay all the fucking night drinking and talking with you. It's fucking awesome. But I gotta
Yeah.
go.
Alright, we'll just subsacht.
Bye bye.
Don't get too scared about. Don't get too scared about the fact that everything's gonna die eventually. Enjoy the city. You know what to do. See ya.